Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Time for another round in Los Angeles. I've played this map in this city a few times before. Quite enjoy it actually because LA is pretty big and varied. So let's hit play. I think my previous best score was just up there, 14,000 and something. So let's see if we can't do a bit better. I'm going to limit it to 2 minutes and 30 seconds to keep everything going. Okay, round 1 out of 5 loading, and we're by, it seems, a theatre here, so that's pretty good. That should help. See hollywoodtours.com. I wouldn't be surprised if we were on Hollywood Boulevard here or something similar. So we need to get a grip. We've got a Wells Fargo Bank, the Sunset Trip, and Bank of America. Those are our signs right there. Sunset Boulevard and Weatherly Road. Okay, so let's get in there. We can see LA. Sunset Boulevard is one of the big famous ones. I think we're up in Hollywood up here. We've got Santa Monica Sunset. Okay, brilliant. And we're looking for Weatherly Road. Let's just get that right again. Weatherly Road. Yes, that's right. And it sort of disappears up pretty straight. And we're by a Bank of America and a Citibank and so on. So let's take a guess. Weatherly looks like it sort of disappears there up into the hills. So I think I wouldn't be surprised if we're more around this neck of the woods. I'm just going because, you know, here you're quite clearly sort of next to the hills where Weatherly disappears up into. Whereas in this area where my current pin is, you're more sort of in the boulevardy area where it's a bit flatter, presumably. So that should narrow down our guesses a bit. Selma, Marmont, Roxby. I mean, this could be Weatherby. I'm also looking for some of the banks. North Kings Road, Sunset Tower. Got an ATM here, North Kings. Is this Weatherby? Looks a bit small to be Weatherby. Not sure about that. Going to keep my pin updated as we go. Miller, Londonderry. We're still on Sunset, yeah. Weatherby, there it is. North Weatherby Drive. So it's not a road, it's a drive, but we're about there. So that is fantastic. I'll save the 15 seconds and go in for a guess. Okay, 12 yards away. Well, that's more like it. Good stuff. Okay, we're here now by apartments. Mr. Durant's apartments, okay. This looks altogether more residential, but there's possibly a park at the end here, so that helps. No, there kind of isn't. Let's look at this as well. We've got the Cynthia. That's the name of this apartment building, so that will help narrow some things down. The Cynthia, when we finally get there to it. Now, what are we looking at here? We're looking at Pinafore Street, and not sure, something else. Definitely hills to the south of us there, so that's interesting. What's to the north of us? Also, some big hills. So, but that's way up to the north. In fact, I think I might go in that direction. But to the north, I think, you know, generally speaking, Los Angeles is to the south of the hills. So we're in between hills there. Pinafore we were on, and August now we're on. What is this? There's some gated off area down here, so that could be some Coliseum and Stevely. Right, okay, so Coliseum and Stevely. I think then, given that there's hills to the north and hills to the south, you know, we're possibly sort of somewhere in here. It still looked like a nice enough area, so I'm not sure about, you know, being down in this, which is way more sort of compact. This is quite open still, but I'm really at a bit of a loss now as to finding Stevely. You know, maybe we're just sort of in here somewhere. Denby, Melrose, Beverly, Jefferson, Vernon. Maybe Stevely is an area like Crenshaw, Beverlywood, Mar Vista. The road's definitely running north-south, so that sort of leads me to believe that we are... well, what does that lead me to believe? It leads me to believe that we're here because you can see at some points in the city the orientation of the road changes. So perhaps we're there. That could put us anywhere in this block, though, which is not very helpful. We've got Vernon here. I'll explore down here. We've got 10 seconds left, so unless we're seeing Stevely anytime soon, which we're not, I think that that's going to be it. And Colosseum as well was the other one, but I don't think it's there, is it? So look at that. We were a bit further south down here. Crenshaw. Colosseum. There we go. Okay, well, we didn't see it, unfortunately, but, you know, not bad. Not bad. Okay. Well, not a huge points haul, that's for sure, because, you know, it's quite tight, this map, just being in the one city. Right, well, look at these huge homes. I mean, goodness, this must be Beverly Hills or somewhere pretty fancy. We've got the street names here, so what are we looking at? Manhattan Beach is the sort of mini logo here, so that's good. Manhattan Beach, Poinsettia, and 5th. Well, Manhattan Beach, I assume, is on the beach. I don't know. Yes, there's Manhattan Beach. Excellent. Okay. I don't think we're on the beach. I mean, clearly we're not. So what are we looking there? We're looking dead west, and that is out to sea. In fact, this is the Pacific, is what we're looking at here. So yes, we can see the coast entirely. We're back from the coast quite a way and up on a hill. So back from the coast quite a way and up on a hill, and we've got here Hermosa Beach and Manhattan Beach. So more likely to be in this area, maybe. Going to put a pin down here, or Poinsettia. There we go. Yes. Remind myself of the actual street names. Poinsettia and 5th. Okay, very good. So let us just get there. There's Poinsettia. We've got the numbers 35th, 31st, 29th. So we need to work our way south a bit to 5th, which is here. And North Poinsettia Avenue. That's great. And I think we started pretty much about there. I'm not going to count the homes. Well, you know what? Yes, why not? Let's just do it. So return to the start. And on our left, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 homes. 1, 2, 3, 4. It puts us exactly where my pin currently is. So let's save 30 seconds and go for the guess. All right, brilliant. Manhattan Beach. I do love it when when municipalities put in, you know, bits of information around where you might be on the street signs. Goodness, that really helps. We're on a major road here, okay? Well, I say major, not sure about that, but, you know, it looks pretty wide and big, doesn't it? So here we go. We've got Scientology Media Productions. All right, okay, well, this is possibly Tom Cruise's venture, not sure. Hollywood Boulevard sign there. Up ahead, so we can exit for Hollywood Boulevard, and Sunset Boulevard only is on the left. Right. So the road we're on is going northwest-ish. We're by the big Scientology place, and we can go straight on for Hollywood Boulevard or turn left, presumably onto Sunset. Sunset Drive, yes, that's right, and Hollywood. So we're actually looking, I saw Hollywood sign in the distance there, Hollywood Boulevard that will be. So we're looking for wherever Sunset and Hollywood Boulevard come pretty close. Here we've got Hollywood Boulevard, and here we've got Sunset. And so are we here? Hollywood and Sunset. Possibly. I'm not totally convinced by this yet. We need to find the name of the road that we are actually on. Or unless we're on Sunset. So just looking for a street sign here, to be honest. There we go. We've got one. Virgil Place. And Sunset Boulevard. Virgil Avenue. Virgil and Sunset. Virgil Place and Sunset Boulevard. There we are. Yes, there's Tiki T. And the Scientology building will be in here. So, you know, pretty close. Now let me just figure out exactly where we started. Yes, we're by Tiki T. Excellent. Okay, very good. Well, just across the street from it and about there. There is a road up there. So are we about in line with that road? Possibly. I don't think it really matters, to be honest. Let's say we're there. Go for the guess. Good stuff. Okay, play the next round. This is the final round. I think we're doing okay in Los Angeles so far, so that's pretty good. Although there's not a lot here to go by. We've got to our north. I mean, I don't know. This is quite a secure facility. This could almost be like a prison, to be honest. Let's see if there's any signs. Maybe it's not a prison. Maybe it's some sort of transport facility or something. Not exactly sure. We're heading... Where are we heading? We're heading dead west. That is interesting. It sort of looks like we're leaving LA, frankly. There are some signs up there, so I'm going to try and get ahead down there and see what we can see. Are those signs behind me? Have I skipped past them already? No, it doesn't look like it. Okay, maybe I was just making that up, but thought I saw something. Maybe it was this blue truck here. Imperial Highway. Right, there's another sign over there as well. Imperial Highway. That's quite an interesting name. I think that's the road we're on. And so Imperial Highway and Pershing. Oh, pardon me. Imperial Highway and Pershing. El Segundo by City of Los Angeles. And would you look at that? Got some airplanes. Some big ones as well. Qantas and so on. So are we by... Not by a prison, but by an airfield. I mean, that would make sense that there's some security, wouldn't it? We've got LAX here, famously, right on the coast. Looks great. Imperial Highway and Pershing. Yes! Look at that. Fantastic. How exciting is this? Okay, good. Pretty cool to be by an airfield, I think. Right, yeah, and that makes a bit of sense, doesn't it, as well? So, going to be hard to tell exactly where we are on this road. But I'll just go by a bit of geography. We see there's some houses that sort of come pretty close to us and then duck away a bit. So I'm not sure. I think we were coming up to Pershing, weren't we? Pretty hard to tell, frankly. We're absolutely nowhere near this major intersection that's up ahead. So I think my pin is about in the right place, to be honest. But this is... The time has run out. We're west of Maine. Well, look, that's pretty good, I think, actually. We were west of Maine. And that's where my pin was. I needed to be a bit further west, which I would have figured out in about another second. So, let's view the summary. Game finished, well done. 20,612 points. Well, I think that's an improvement. So, very happy with that. Great to explore Los Angeles. It's a city I really enjoy playing GeoGuessr in because, as I said in the beginning, it's so varied. You have sort of some really beautiful areas, some real kind of quite slummy looking areas. You've got the hills, you've got the beach, you've got the industry, you've got downtown, all sorts going on. So I think that's really exciting. I do hope you've enjoyed playing this map with me. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.